What's going on, everybody? Come here. Welcome back, everybody. Got another game for you guys. Come here. Come on.
How hard is it to
Come here.
someone like an assassin? Over the past few years, me and my girlfriend have found some of the most extreme ways to sneak up on each other. But recently, she's been getting really good at it, almost too good. So today, I'm going to train like an assassin to execute the perfect scare on my girlfriend. But in order to become an assassin, I needed to train with a real assassin. This is Ramsey. He is going to be taking me through real-life assassin training. First up, assassins don't wear that, so you need a little more.
To tie a tie in 3 easy steps. Step 1.
Now you look good. Bro, I feel like an assassin.
You're just missing one thing, though. Shave your head.
No, stop! Here's the thing. If you don't successfully scare him by the end of tonight, I'm going to shave your head.
Sounds great.
That sounds terrible. Who are you first? The first skill that every assassin has to master is stealth. Stealth is very important. So I'm going to have you drop from 3 different heights without making a sound so that you can see those.
Bro, I'm gonna just dive so quick right there.
Not so bad. Just drop from this. You got to it quick. Oh, I guess that makes sense with the whole stuff. Alright, not too bad. That felt kind of nice. Now we go higher. Double the height. My God, remember, assassins are quiet. Alright. I feel like I'm gonna feel this in my knees. I ripped my pants. Assassins never.
You don't wear pink underwear either.
I didn't think my pants were red. I think you should change pants and try this again. I very much agree with that.
Change the underwear too.
Now I really need to
Here we go.
all these skills because the last thing I want to do is shave my head. So I put on my pants. That was better. Thank you. That one felt better. Now it's time to go to the biggest drop. Twice as big. You're gonna drop from there. You're gonna hang from this bar, and just like an assassin, you're gonna drop. Bro, where did he go?
I'm right here.
That was impressive. Now it's your turn. You're gonna drop. Bro, where did he go?
I'm right here.
That was impressive. Now it's your turn.
Here we go.
Crazy. Just like an assassin. Assassins do not scream like girls. You scream like that. You're gonna have to keep falling from here until you can do quiet. Now what? Get up there. Alright.
Here we go.
Way harder than it looks. But after a few attempts. Great. You didn't scream like a girl this time. Can you move on? Thank God. The next skill every assassin has to master is weapons training. This is so they can hit their targets accurately and stay safe if they get into any trouble.
Since we obviously can't use real guns, we're gonna use this fake gun. The first thing you have to do is accurately hit the target. And up. Ow! That's not the target. So we're gonna shoot this black target down the right. Let's do this.
Didn't even flinch. He might really. I'm not gonna do that again because he might actually kill me.
Pretty easy. Now we're gonna see if you can accurately hit a target.
Upside down. That's crazy.
I'm gonna give him 3 tries to hit the target. Pretty easy. Now we're gonna see if you can accurately hit a target.
Upside down. That's crazy.
I'm gonna give him 3 tries to hit the target.
Alright. Just did that first try.
Oh! Damn. I don't know if it's like the blood rushing in my head, but the target feels far away.
I'll dig a little further back.
Why'd you move it further back? It's supposed to be harder.
Okay. Here we go. Now, while I try to hit this target upside down, I want to tell you guys about Map. Yeah, more. You can play live against your friends or people from around the world, or pieces of the same color or shape to score
Here we go.
higher than your opponent. More. You can play live against your friends or people from around the world, or you can play in a variety of fun game modes. And the best part is Match Masters is free to download on iOS and Android. Come on, 3 chances on the My favorite thing about the game is the activate button. Activate. And I also love beating my opponent. Now one more. Come on. That was sick.
That was pretty impressive. But sometimes your targets are not going to be still. So for your next challenge, you're going to have to try to hit a moving target. And that's going to be me. You think I get this? No.
Thanks, man. I'm also going to be giving away cool items like a PS5, AirPod Maxes, Insta360 Keel Shave Kit, and Dior Sauvage. To one of you that downloads Match Masters and wins 350 trophies.
You have 10 bullets, which means you have 10 attempts. So try and hit me before I reach the end.
Do it. All you have to do is download Match Masters now using the link in my description or the QR code on the screen. Then comment on this video once you've downloaded the game and won 350 trophies, which is super easy to do in the game. That was crazy!
You missed. There you go.
Bro, that was actually insane. Now, technically, I might have missed all of my shots, which is terrible because I don't want to fail and shave my head. But to be fair, I was attempting to shoot a real assassin.
And that leads us to the last skill you have to learn. Escaping.
Let's do it. Assassins need to learn how to escape so they can avoid getting caught after a mission and stay safe from danger.
The first thing you need to learn to help you escape is getting around obstacles. We're into the 3 drills, and the first one is this.
I think you need to do it a little quieter. That makes sense.
That was way better.
Dude, I felt the quietness on that one. What's next?
So this is a window. And you're going to get through it like this.
Whoa, that was cool.
Make sure it's quiet as well.
What do you think, Nick?
You did it better.
Thanks, man. This is so hot.
Don't rip your pants. So scared right now.
Great time.
That was pretty good. I need to learn how to go up obstacles. So you're going to jump off this trampoline and climb up this alleyway to escape. Let me show you how.
Wild. Pants not ripped when you do this.
Assassins have really good pants. Maybe you'll get there someday.
Alright, let's try this.
Yes.
Oh shit!
Here
It was right at the top too.
Except you forgot the most important part. You gotta be quiet.
we go.
That was good.
It's always so scary.
For the final part of your training, you're gonna have to escape me without getting hit.
Are you better with that than running away?
I'm good at everything.
Alright, let's do it.
All right, Drew, you're gonna have to try to escape 10 shots.
All right.
Here we go.
2, 1.
It was terrifying. Is that how it felt when I was trying to get you?
No, I wasn't scared.
Great. Well, thank you for training me. Now it's time for the real mission on why I'm here. So after spending an entire day training like a real assassin, it was time to put everything together and try to execute the perfect scare on my girlfriend. So here's my plan. My girlfriend is coming to this gym to film a YouTube video for her channel, and she thinks that she has this entire gym to herself. Yeah, I just right now. Nick, stay here. Film on top. I'm gonna go there and find a good place to scale. If you're feeling great, don't do that. I'm not feeling great. And while she's filming, I'm gonna be sneaking around like an assassin, waiting for the perfect moment to scare her.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be spending the entire night at this trampoline park all by myself. Pretty scared, but let's just get into it. The best part about having a trampoline park all to yourself is you can jump on every trampoline. Anybody bothering you at all?
All right.
Woo! Oh God.
About to kick it off. Last game of the night. Here's the kick. And 10, 20. Oh, here we go.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to try these walls. Terrified of these things. Doesn't move so well, but luckily no one's here and no one's alive. Maybe I'll come back to this. I'm really interested in these spider walls.
All of my training today has come down to this very moment.
See if I can.
All right, here we go. Here's a handoff to Henry, and he'll get a yard.
That wasn't so bad.
All I have to do now is execute the perfect scare.
Yeah, think about this before I
All right, 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Henry, and he'll get a yard or two. 3rd down. That's going to be a really good game, I think. He get a yard. 2nd and 8. 3rd and 8, I mean.
That wasn't so bad.
All I have to do now is execute the perfect scare.
Yeah, think about this before I
3rd and 8. 13:38 left in the first quarter. Back to pass. Lamar escapes, and he's going to have the 1st down. 1st down. Ravens.
When'd you get here?
I've been here all day.
I'm really happy that I didn't punch you. What are you doing here?
Did I scare you?
Yes?
1st down. The Ravens. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's about to pass, and nowhere to go. Throws it, and it's going to be, dropped. Henry dropped it. It was wide open. Henry dropped it. Man.
Didn't pick one for 1,000 yards in 2000. I'm not.
It's
I'm sure he did. Did he do it in 2009?
cold up there.
Butterfingers, man.
Lamar is going to throw it, and caught.
Broncos new guy
Dang, what a pass.
Oh, look at the snow. The snow flurries up there in
Man.
Buffalo. Jackson throws deep down the field. Wide open. Third is likely down to 22. First down. Ravens. I say likely to catch.
Likely.
Ravens. Hey, that was a good play. Good play by Baltimore.
Here's the carry and maybe a yard or two.
He wore it last week, then took it off.
Yard or two.
So it's first and 10 at the 23 of Buffalo. It's a handoff to Henry. He'll plow or get maybe only 2 yards.
2 yards. 2 yards.
It's crazy. He's still playing. And Leonard Fournette is nowhere to be seen.
Back to pass. Lamar throws it to Likely, and he'll
Am I live on YouTube? Yeah. I want to make sure I was live.
get
I took out the broadcast delay.
third, get about 4 yards, third down.
Choice ball, the 21-yard line. As Jackson throws.
Back to throw. And nowhere to go. Throwing deep. Touchdown. Bateman with the catch. Touchdown. Ravens.
Points on the Ravens also. It's 3rd and 3.
Touchdown. Ravens.
I know, I'm so official. I'm like Tony Romo. Lamar Jackson throws towards the end zone. Touchdown. Wide open. Bateman. Wow. Touchdown. Ravens. That was quick.
Wow. Ravens with the touchdown.
That was quick. Man.
Ravens with the touchdown. Rashard Bateman with the touchdown. At the sun, your greatness. Your greatness. The end is it. At the sound of your great name. All right, guys, let's go. It's pouring down snow in Buffalo. All right. Tucker with the kickoff. And touchback.
They need to. Nice first and 10 for the Bills. 30-yard line. So they go, of course, they go shotgun.
Gonna throw it deep.
It's Allen.
Incomplete.
And does deep ball the side. Got a guy open. Overthrew him. Overthrew Hollins. Incomplete.
Ankle.
That's a bad throw.
Lead.
Bad throw there by So Josh Allen comes out. And it's be a touchback. So Buffalo will have it at the 30-yard line. So Josh Allen comes out. And their window is closing. Buffalo.
Here's a handoff and maybe a yard. Third down. At the sound of your great name, Jesus, worthy is the Lamb that was slain to us. I lifted up. Third and 8. Allen, back to pass. He throws it and caught. What a catch by Shire. Man, what a catch. Man, what a catch. Here's a handoff, and he'll get about 8 yards.
Nice first and 10 for the Bills.
Get about 8 yards in the play. Worthy is the Lamb that was known. Here's a handoff to Cook and going nowhere. Maybe a yard at best. Hallelujah. Got a yard, yeah. Hallelujah. Here's a quarterback keeper, and he's going nowhere. Tackled for a loss. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Fourth down. Yeah. He lost a yard. Yeah. Here's the quarterback keeper, and he's going to get it to the 20 down to around the 19-yard line. First down, Bills. Don't you running high to them. First down, Bills. Here's a handoff, and he'll get to the 20. He's going to get about 9 yards on the play. Cook with the carry. Get about 9 yards, 8 or 9 yards, 8 yards. Oh, he pulled his hair. Second and 2, 8 yards. 6 rushes, 2 passes, 59 yards, and a minute and 28 on the clock. Here's a handoff to Cook. He'll get the first down around the 5-yard line. 4-yard line. First down, Bills. Dun, 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 dun. I need to.
Let you pick. Going out. We were very surprised yesterday to see that Stone win Mississippi State won.
Handoff to Cook, and he's going to get to the 1. Their second goal. They're pushing.
Backer has made a decision to enter the NFL draft. I got to be honest with you, Robbie. I like Stone Bland. Seems like a nice enough kid. Wish him the best. But I have no idea what the thought process is on this. I cannot imagine him being drafted. I feel like he's a long shot to get a free agent deal. He would have had a very cushy NIL deal here at Mississippi State.
Here, handoff, and he's in there. Touchdown. Touchdown Bills. Davis with the touchdown. Ray Davis, a rookie out of Kentucky. Touchdown. Tied up, 7-7.
Ain't this what they've been? Ain't this what they've been waiting for? Moving on. Get 50.
All right. Here's a kick. It's going to be just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, what a hit. Down around the 28, 29 yard line. It's snowing and raining. All right. Here's a handoff and going nowhere. Maybe Oliver with the stop. And Hamlin. Loss of a yard. For the years of lived. 4:07 left in the first. That's probably because I'm not that hungry. Back to pass. Throws it deep. Intercepted. Buffalo intercepted. Man. Buffalo with the interception. Wow. I'm not going to try to be on my phone. Shut up. Man, Buffalo with the interception. Be right back. All right. Happy. All right. Allen play that Wyoming and Lamar play that. Ooh. Okay. All right. Here we go. First and 10. First and 10. From around the 40, past the 40. Back to pass. Allen throws it. It's going to be caught. First down. Kincaid with the first down. Hap with the interception. I'm a Chiefs fan. If the Cowboys ain't winning, I'll be a Chiefs fan because they're winning. All right. Here's a handoff, and he's going to lose a yard. Lose a yard. I'm going to try to go to bed early tonight. Back to pass. Allen throws it. Caught. To number 1. What's his name? Flag on the play. They're backing up. Must be on the offense. Holding. Oh, yeah. Second down. And 22. Oh, that's going to be offsides. Neutral zone infraction on the 5-yard penalty on a daft away. Number 99. Five-yard penalty. 1 minute and 53 seconds left at the end of the first quarter. Back to pass. Quarterback keeper, and he's going to get stopped. No. Oh. No gain. Or maybe a yard. We'll see. No gain. Wow. Shoved him. Third and 17. No gain on the play, it looked like. Allen back to pass. And it's going to throw it deep. Incomplete. Fourth down. Punt time. Punt time. Punt time. Punt time. Punt time. Punt time. Punt. Punt. Intended for, was he trying to throw it to Knox? Martin back for the punt. Martin back the punt it away. Here's a punt. And it's going to be caught. It's going to be fair catched. 41 seconds left in the first. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. 41 seconds left into the first quarter. There's a handoff. And he's going to have some room and get up. He has a first down. It looks like it. That's going to be in the first quarter. Second and 1. No first down. Oh, they gave him a first down. First down. 20 seconds left. 17. And that's going to be the end. It looks like it's going to be the end of the first quarter. Unless they want to run the play. But do they? Yeah, they do. Handoff to handoff. And he'll get about 8-9 yards in the play. Into the first quarter. End of the first quarter. Man. AFC Divisional round.
Making the open shots early in the season. Over the last couple of weeks, we're not making the open shots. I want to ask Chris Jans about one sequence in this game, and this was in the overtime. So Melendez makes the jumper. So you got the Kugel three. You got back. Melendez has a shot to pitch up forward. And then Ole Miss gets right back down the floor with Brakefield getting a quick basket. And it looked like we just never got back defensively. I want to ask Chris Jans. I think he was trying to call a timeout. It was actually a putback. Now, with a jump shot, we went again into the corner. Kugel, who missed the three. Melendez gets the quick putback. I thought Jans was trying to get a timeout right there. I don't know, because they quickly got the ball, and I thought Padula, if you're talking about Ole Miss, I think Padula probably pulled the trigger a little bit too quick on that. But the offensive rebound, and as you said, we didn't get back down the floor. I don't know if we were looking to the sideline to see if we were getting a timeout, but I thought that was one of the very few times, maybe the first time the entire game, that I felt like that we didn't get back down the floor in defensive transition. I'll say this: Chris Jans got his money's worth on the officials. Man, I go back to it, man. To me, it was just kind of a big crew. You know, KB Burdett was the head guy, and KB is. I like KB. I really do. He comes across. He's kind of got a smile on his face. He knows the coaches well.
All right, start of the second quarter, 2nd and 1. Ravens. Here's a handoff to Hill, and it'll get down to the 40, down around the 30, down around the 39, 40, down around the 39. Back to pass. Going to take off, and he'll have the first down of the 50 to the 44-yard line, down around the 44-yard line. Man, Lamar is doing it with his feet. Well, no, I don't. Is it quite the 44? Oh, he tripped. Did he trip? Man, who was that? Looked like he tripped on the play. Yeah. Linderbaum tripped him. He's tripped on his own player. They tripped on his own player.
But he did not control the game. I thought pressure again.
Pressure again, and it's going to be likely with the catch. Man.
First and 10. So it's ball at the 45-yard line of Buffalo. Lamar Jackson. He falls down and he's sacked back in the 50. Man, just fell down back in the 50.
Goes it to the 30. 27.
That's the one Manning against LSU in 03. Eli got fell on by his own dude on that fourth down play. Second and 14 for Baltimore. Jackson, they bring the pressure again and over the middle to the 45. That's likely. He got tackled by his own dude. Yeah.
Here's about to throw. Throws it as we... dropped. Incomplete. Intended for Andrews. Oh, almost a fumble. And it's going to be... Oh, it is a fumble. And he picks it up. And Miller is going to... Is he going to take it out of the way? No. Gets tackled around the 20-yard line. Man. Dang. Wow.
Yeah, LSU's first game is on Valentine's Day, which means I'm not going to be able to call it because I'll be doing other stuff. But they play some freaking a team I haven't even heard of. Who do they play? Adian? Like LSU the first. It's like some weird. I've never heard this before. 39. There's Jackson. Over the middle, up to the 40, 35 first down, up to the 26 goes Miller. I have to go look. I mean, there's some LSU plays some team I've never.
Oh, here's a handoff. He'll get down to the 21-yard line.
Heard of in baseball the first few games.
Take it out.
I think it's a community college. Those first and 10 Ravens. The 28-yard line. There's a play action pad and drop. That in.
He throws it. It's going to be caught to the 10, down to the 9-yard line. 8, 9-yard line.
Let me go look at something real quick.
Yeah.
That's it. Purdue Fort Wayne. That's it. Thank you. Who the hell is Purdue Fort Wayne? Is that a community college?
Here's a handoff to Cook.
That's the best we can do.
And
Schedule them.
is he going to get down to the...
Bad snap, but Lamar Jackson gets down, and he's going to fumble. There's a fumble. Raven, or the Bills pick it up. It might be a stupid score with Miller to the 30, down to the 22-yard line. What the frick was was that shit? What the fuck was that? Yeah, who the hell is Purdue Fort Wayne? I mean, that's the best that we can schedule. What kind of play was that? Don't run that play again. Don't run that play again. I mean, my God, that was disastrous. I mean, disastrous play. The bad snap, bad quarterback play by Lamar Jackson. And Von Miller almost returned it all the way. Jeez. It was 1st and 10 at the 24.
Touchdown.
To Johnson to the 21-yard line.
Touchdown.
Courtney Green. Courtney's been around for a bit.
Touchdown.
Just didn't seem like we got any calls from him.
What up, Dylan?
Other very important observation.
What up, Dylan?
Chris Jans absolutely destroyed Robert by 3,000, which it tells you a lot because that's one of the older guys. If that is Pat Adams, if that is Doug, right at the way he went that he went forward. Sometimes officials will let you go.
Oh yeah. Tomorrow is a big day. I'll be live tomorrow. I'll be live. Oh yeah, tomorrow at the 39 simple words. Yep. You gonna be watching that, Dylan? You gonna be watching that?
Yes.
Nice.
I'm not one to tell.
Yeah. I'll probably watch a little some. I'll probably watch it. We'll see though. I think it starts at 11. Oh yeah, that's where Calvin's going. That's right. That's where Calvin's going. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. We should make a trip up there. We should take a trip up there.
Just say, as for me, in my team, if we are ever in a situation,
The covers are not, but the real fun will be in touch. Okay. Well, I'll probably watch. I'll probably get up and start watching at 9 or so. I probably get up early. I probably need to go to bed early. I need to probably get in bed early about 9 tonight. But what you doing? What you doing while your parents are gone? Here's a kick to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Down around the outbounds around the 35. TNA. What's that mean? What does TNA mean? What does that mean?
where we have someone dressed like a coach or perhaps a strength coach. You know, Alabama used to have a women's basketball strength coach who was
Oh, what channel is that on? What channel? What does that come on? About to throw, and he's going to get a first down. First down. Oh, fighting going on. Pushing and shoving. Oh, TNA Plus. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Who's fighting tonight? Here's a handoff. Get past the 50 to the 48, 49. So many. All right. Here's a handoff, and he'll get the first down.
Sequence because he was a cheerleader. Yeah, I think back to the guy on the bench. Did you go down to Hattiesburg last year for the exhibition game? I did. The assistant coach they had. It was. He needed a server, man.
That one of those one of those fighters. One of those fighters looks like Dolph Ziggler. Is that Dolph Ziggler in one of those fights? Back to pass, throws it deep and caught. First down to around the 2-yard line. Here's a. It's 14-7. Bills. 14-7. Is that that looks like That looks like Dolph Ziggler in one of those. One of those cards. Looks like Dolph Ziggler. Oh, rest fell off. What's he doing? What's Dolph Ziggler doing on there? Back to pass? They use it. They're using his real name. Oh, okay. Who else do I know on here? I don't think that's about it. Is that's also that's also the Hardy Boys, ain't it? Is that the Hardy Boys? That's the Hardy Boys. Man. All right. Back to pass. Throw it and incomplete. Incomplete. Let's see who else I know. I think that's about it. Live on pay-per-view. How often they come out with this? TNA Plus. TNA Plus. It's up and it's good. Let me see if I can find that real quick. $14 to 10. 3:43 left in the half. Hold on, D. Let me see something. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. How much is it? You said it was free. TNA. You can just tell me. You can just tell me what's happening. You can just tell me what's happening.
All right. You look back at this game. Is it fair? Is it fair for me to leave this game saying it was two good teams who played an imperfect?
A lot of good matches. A lot of good matches going on. Why did wonder why Dolph Ziggler left WWE? About to pass? Down around the getting about 9. I guess so. I guess they do these they do the draft WWE draft every year. I guess if you don't get drafted, I guess that means you gotta go somewhere else. Second and 3, gain of 7. And here's the toss. And he'll get the first down to the 50. Down around the 45-yard line. I'm gonna watch. I will watch. I'm gonna watch I'll watch the championship game, but I'll go back and watch WWE Monday Night Raw whenever I get done with it. 1st and 10. Coming up on 2-minute warning. Here's a handoff, and he'll get the close to the first down. Close to the first down. Warning. 2-minute warning. Man.
Hard-fought basketball game that it wasn't terribly pretty and it wasn't supposed to be, and dang it, we just have. When he goes back and looks and says we made 1 or 2 plays to win, whoever lost this basketball game is going to look at it and say, you know what, we could have had it because there's about 3 plays left. We could have won it if it had gone.
Where is this TNA taking place at?
We got to go back up there, and I think when we go back up in the month of February, it's going to be a roar again. I think it's going to be the same thing. I mean, and that's why in this situation, if this was football, okay, or if this was the second time we played on this and we had won both games by 3 points, we probably are a little bit more, how should we say, Charlie, hard to handle in here in post. But at the end of the day, we still got to go back up there. And I think it's going to be very similar style of basketball. And I go back to it. I really think that if you're a State fan, if you're an Ole Miss fan, that you look at your 2 teams you got on the floor, and you've got 2 really good X and O motivating basketball coaches, and you've got 2 really good basketball teams. And I don't think you can take anything away from what we saw. I thought it was just a great atmosphere. I thought it was great basketball. I think this, we're 3-2, the toughest league in the country, and it isn't close, and our best player is not playing like our best player. And if he gets to playing like our best player, watch out. Yeah, we could be really good. You hit on the atmosphere. I'm not one to rank games. That was a special atmosphere today. Crowd got a little tense about 2 minutes ago in the overtime, though. Oh, yeah. That old DJ over there was working as hard as he could to get people up. Everybody was kind of like me. Hey, let me tell you this. He
defense in basketball. And what we do in basketball
All right.
is pretty good.
All right. 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Here's a handoff. He'll get the first down. First down.
I've talked to a lot of people that go to a lot of places. Some opposing people that come in here and they say the same thing. This place is pretty cool basketball. It's pretty cool. It's packed. It really was.
That was the hardest ticket I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, it really was. I had a lot of people asking for tickets to this game, and I didn't have many people saying that, hey, I got extras. I may have had one person who told me, hey, I got extras to this game. And so that goes back to the whole thing.
Here's a handoff.
I know a lot of people ask me.
Well, I think it's a handoff. No, I think it was a pass. Take it down.
The last 3 days, hey, do you have extra tickets? Do you have extra tickets? Do you have extra tickets? It's one of those things on social media. I'll let you know if I got something extra. But I just didn't have anything extra. So don't pound me. Don't wear me out either.
Time out.
I've already helped you out. Okay? Go ahead and spread the love too.
Yes, indeed. That's who we are.
Who's your player of the game?
My player of the game today is between Keyshawn Murphy and Riley Kugel. But I'm going to go with Riley. Riley, who is coming off an injury, gives you 21 points. He's 4 of 8 from deep. Keep in mind, the rest of the team was 5 of 19. I thought he hit some big shots. Was he perfect? No. Can I find fault? You bet. But I think Riley Kugel is going to be my player.
All right, player of the game brought to you by our good friends at Maroon Company. Maroon Company in the Cottonville Marketplace right next door to campus. We had a lot of maroon and white there in the stands tonight. Also, most game show brought to you by our good friends at Country Police and Sausage Country Police right here in the state of Mississippi. Also, Heartland Catfish back there with us. All right, Charlie, we'll be back in here tomorrow.
I need one more minute. Sure. May I have one more minute before you start to get us out of here? I'll start to stop watching the thing.
Wonder who will be the first match of the night.
We did not give enough credit to is Cam Matthews. 41 minutes of basketball today. This is a guy who gave everything he had against Kentucky. Who played. And he comes back home today. He plays on ball a lot today. And I think Cam will tell you it wasn't his cleanest game. It wasn't his most perfect game. And he gives you 10 points and 11 rebounds. And he goes 41 minutes.
All right, which brings up another point. And we'll talk a little bit more about this tomorrow on Sunday Coffee. Did we have a higher level of basketball in this game? Because both teams played on Tuesday.
I have to file that one away and think about it. All right, I want your final thoughts on today's ball game.
Final thoughts, week 1. We had to win, figure out a way. It didn't matter if it was 57 to 55. Or it didn't matter if it was 82 to 38. It didn't matter.
Here's a handoff. 3rd down.
It didn't matter if it was 84, 83. We won 84, 81. We had to have a win. And at the end of the day, I thought we as a fan base, that gum, we had a great atmosphere last night.
Yeah. A minute and 13 seconds left until the end of the game.
You've always had these great atmospheres against Kentucky. You always walk out there and dang it, if we'd had one more play. We needed an atmosphere game that was awesome to watch, that we walk out of there saying, we freaking won the basketball. That's what we needed.
I completely agree with you. And my final thoughts on the basketball game, it's taken me a little while to piece this all together in my head.
All right. I gotta go back and watch the UFC. Back to pass. Throws it deep. And that's going to have to be offensive pass interference. Yep. Offensive pass interference. Offensive pass interference. Offense pass interference. Nope, defense pass interference. Defense pass interference, excuse me. Wow, just threw him off of him. Dang.
For me, this was a ball game. We have filled that thing up, and we have, just to your point right there, Mark, where we brought the energy, we brought the passion, we had it all there, but we couldn't pull it off. Here's what we did tonight. You identified it, but I've just got to say it one more time. The block of the Morrell layup.
Yeah. Hand off, second and 6. Getting a 4.
Murph grabbing the rebound. Ball getting down the floor quickly. Touch pass from Cam to the corner. Kugel making that 3. There was something that just happened right then that let everybody breathe and change the game. Hey, one other thing that we haven't talked about, I know we've got time to cover things tomorrow on Sunday Coffee. When they took those 2 points off the board, you remember this?
I do.
So we're at the free throw line. We miss a free throw.
Hand off. Third down.
They call goaltending. We get the points, and then they take 2 points off.
But now kindergarten, first grade, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th. Let's go. Look, I'm already on the 4th year of school. K4, K5, third grade, second grade, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, and that will be 11. The biggest one is. I'll technically look like anything. Do you see how her hair is so curly?
It's a kiss of death.
That's the deal right there, man.
That was like a minute and a half later. All right, hey, we'll be back tomorrow morning, and we'll calm down a little bit, get nice sleep, get ready for women's basketball.
I will not get a good night's sleep tonight.
I will get a good night's sleep tonight. I feel like I played that game right there. We'll be back in the Farm Bureau studios bright and early tomorrow morning. Of course.
Touchdown. Bill.
Something to talk about tomorrow. We've got to figure out something because we just spent a lot right there. Strange Brew Coffee. I'm going to run by Strange Brew first thing in the morning. Get one of those King Cake frappes. I'm going to get some blueberry coffee.
You don't strike me as a Chino kind of guy.
Really not. I like the hot coffee. I'm not a cold coffee type guy. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow morning. Hey, Dogs win it in a big one at the home. 84-81. You've been listening to the basketball post-game show here at the Farm Bureau Studios, part of the Out Left Field podcast.
For businesses, small and big.
Field goal's good. 21-14. 16 seconds. 16 seconds left.
We're back in the studio again this morning on a Sunday morning. Presented by our good friends at Strange Brew Coffee House. We're in the roving Farm Bureau Studios. Farm Bureau go to the whole team at Farm Bureau agents all across the state of Mississippi. Home, life, auto, whatever you need. I got a nice little email from my Farm Bureau agent just the other day, just reminding me to drip my faucets, make sure the pipes around the house, everything was wrapped up and ready. It's a cold morning. Charlie, how you doing, man?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Still excited about that win last night. I'm still excited about that big play that we saw, that transition play, the block by Melendez. And Jake Mangum actually commented on a post I had on Twitter, and I hadn't thought about this till he said it. All 5 players on our team touched the basketball in 8 seconds, and there was only 1 dribble in that 3-pointer from.
So we don't party.
Tomorrow at noon, the curtain closes on 4 long years of American decline, and we begin a brand new day of American strength and prosperity, dignity, and pride.
Halftime.
Bringing it all back. Once and for all, we're going to end the reign of a failed and corrupt political establishment in Washington, a failed administration. We're not going to take it anymore. We're going to stop the invasion of our borders. We're going to reclaim our wealth. We're going to unlock the liquid gold that's right under our feet. Liquid gold. We're going to bring back law and order to our cities. We're going to restore patriotism to our schools, get radical left woke ideologies the hell out of our military and out of our government. And we are going to make America great again.
Yeah.
That sequence that led to that 3-pointer by Riley Cooper out of the corner, that one is going to go down. It's an all-time great sequence for me.
It really is, man. It really is.
But here's the but. Is it fair to say, no, I'm not even going to ask it. I'm going to just say it. I'm not going to ask a question. I'm not going to equivocate.
Well, I disagree with you.
That was a much bigger win for us than it was a bad loss for them.
I agree.
That it was all about having to figure it last night.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I mean, they've got another chance at us up there. I mean, you look back, I think I said on the postgame last night that Cam could have dunked that or laid it in and tied the game. That was actually going to give us a lead. It was a 1-point game. Kick it out to Kugel. He hits the 3. We're up by 2. And I enjoyed it in the postgame last night. Did you sleep at all? I mean, you said you were not going to sleep at all. Kind of going back and rehashing it. I slept really well last night.
Finally went to bed around 1. I sat up watching highlights and listening. Neil had a great call on that play, and listened to that several times. Thanks to our dog student who got that up for us. And then I read about it, and then I slept a little while, then I woke up again. But a good day, and again, just man, that was just such an important win for us.
It really was. And of course, Sunday Coffee brought to you by Strange Brew Coffee. Now, Strange Brew located on Spring Street, Highway 12. That's the original location.
Let's go. We want to party.
excluding ice cream. Of course, king cake season right now. Just about all the things that they sell have some kind of king cake applied to it right now. Whether it be the frappe, whether it be some ice cream. And our good friends at Strange Brew Coffee House are also at Tupelo, Brupelo, 2 locations in Tuscaloosa. But of course, you can go to strangebrewcoffeehouse.com. And Charlie, I always say, if I could drink Strange Brew Coffee down here on the farm in Nanawaya, that means you could drink it anywhere in the world. And so you could just order it online at strangebrewcoffeehouse.com. All right, so looking around the league and how games were played yesterday, the thing that stands out to you, okay, now we got back-to-back road games. We go on the road against Tennessee. We go on the road next week against South Carolina. Carolina played very well at home against Auburn last weekend. Auburn winning at Georgia. Georgia, that trip to Athens. I mean, that's the thing that stands out. And one of the reasons that game yesterday was so big for us is because a lot of these road trips, when you saw the schedule when it came out, you're like, okay, we got a good chance to win at Georgia. Georgia has played really, really well, especially at home.
They are, and what's crazy is they're 2-3 in the league, and they're a better team than that. Georgia actually had a shot at the end of the ball game. They lose to Auburn on their home court, 70-68. But going to Georgia, not an easy thing. Going anywhere in this league, not an easy thing. I was impressed going around the league with the bounce back by Alabama. Alabama, you have said this for a long time about NATOs. It's just kind of the NATOs experience. Most nights they're going to shoot the ball with. Most nights they're going to run you out of the gym. Now and then, they're not going to. They didn't against Ole Miss last Tuesday. They did yesterday going into Rupp Arena. It was a big win for Alabama.
Yeah, I think so. And after seeing Ole Miss, I mean, I think defensively they're a good team. They're not Auburn on you defensively. And NATOs, and like you said about Alabama, I mean, they're going to have those nights where they just don't shoot it well, and I think that's what they had Tuesday night against Ole Miss. But you saw yesterday that bounce back. Kentucky is not what you call a great defensive team in the least amount, but 102-97 Alabama wins. And going back to our 2 road games, you go at Tennessee, you go to South Carolina. But our next home game is against Alabama, which will be a tough game. You got Alabama and Missouri. That's the next 2 games in the home. And Missouri is a team that right now has won 4 games in a row. Now, they got to play Vanderbilt at home, and they played LSU, so they played two of the bottom teams in the league, even though Vanderbilt picked up the big win yesterday at home. But Missouri has won 4 in a row. They're 4-1 in the league. Arkansas right now, man, that's a struggle. I'm not saying it hurts my feelings at all. Razorbacks 0-5 right now.
You're okay with it?
Yeah,
not a complaint, just an observation.
Yeah, and they'll be better. Listen, they'll be better. You're always better in year 2 under a big-time coach. And John Calipari will have time to, as we say, work the recruiting circles for a complete year, even though you have to do this past time. But they're not good at all, man. They're not very good. They paraded him around the country, and they brought him out to football, and to see this is kind of fun to watch, to be honest with you.
No, it absolutely is. So Arkansas drops to 0-5 in the league yesterday. South Carolina drops to 0-5. They had to go on the road yesterday. Went to Oklahoma. Oklahoma got their first win in the league this year. They moved to 1-4 with a win over South Carolina. So Oklahoma, dare I say it, not prepared for the SEC. Now, Texas did okay in football against the weakest schedule in the conference, but they're not very good in basketball right now either. They're 1-4 in the league. They got beat by 24 in Florida yesterday.
Yeah, Florida, the big anomaly for them, from a negative standpoint, was losing against Missouri. They lost by 1 last week, but they handled Texas yesterday, went easily in that game. And Tennessee going on the road to Vanderbilt, to me, that was kind of a surprise. And it kind of just reminds you of Rick Barnes' experience. Now, let me ask you this, Charlie. We get Tennessee on in the midweek this week after losing. And we've gotten some teams so far this year. We got Kentucky after they probably had their worst performance. That's the only thing that bothers you
We got Auburn after their worst.
Yeah, we got
It wasn't a loss, but they didn't play.
Right, and so now you get Tennessee after their worst performance, and that's the thing about the Rick Barnes experience is it's almost like you want to be that game just that arbitrarily happens like every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't want to follow their bad performance because that's usually when Rick Barnes does a pretty good job in that bounce back effort.
Rick Barnes is an interesting study, isn't he? I mean, he's been really good. He's had really good teams, but he's not an innovator. He doesn't do anything different than he's ever done. It seems to me a team like Tennessee is one you don't have to stay up all night doing scouting report. You know what they're going to do, at least schematically. And with Rick Barnes just now going to lay the egg, I hate that they did it yesterday.
Yeah, and LSU continues their swoon. They're 1-4 in the league now. They go to Texas A&M. Texas A&M wins by 11 over at College Station yesterday. And you mentioned Oklahoma picking up their first win. Oklahoma was only ahead by 4 against South Carolina at the half. And so, you look at us. Okay, what's on the horizon? And you got Tennessee coming up midweek, and then at South Carolina next Saturday. Then Bama, Missouri, back-to-back home games before you travel to Georgia. And so, I mean, it goes back to what we talked about last night about defending the home floor. Because if you'd have let last night get away from you, Charlie, and you continue a 3-game slide going to Tennessee, then on the road at South Carolina, you and I have both seen it. It's very hard to steer the ship, man, and right that rudder after you've lost 4 or 5 in a row.
No, it absolutely is. It's tough to reverse that. So look at standings around the league right now. Only one team undefeated. That's Auburn at 5-0. Ole Miss, Alabama, Missouri at 4-1. Then you've got Kentucky, Mississippi State, Florida, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Texas A&M, all 3-2. There's going to be 10, 11 really good teams in this league when it's all said and done.
Yeah, but what do you have to say? I mean, and you hate to see the separation point being the one-win teams versus the 2-win teams. The teams that are 1-4 versus the teams that are 2-3. But wouldn't you say that when you look at Georgia down there at 2-3, they're the only team in the league at 2-3. But Georgia and all the way, by the way, and ranked. But wouldn't you say that Georgia and are pretty much NCAA tournament teams, and then Oklahoma and down are not? Oklahoma, LSU, Texas, Arkansas, South Carolina. Those are the 5 teams. So you really got five teams that are not very good in the league this year.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So I think the good separation point is between Georgia at 2-3 and Oklahoma, LSU, and Texas at 1-4.
And then the question is, among the teams in this league, do you have somebody that can go with it all? Auburn absolutely can. Can Alabama? I don't know. The problem with Alabama is they got to shoot well. Can you do it 6 games in a row, which is what you have to do to win a national championship for the tournament? I don't know, but man, there's some really good basketball teams. We're a good basketball team. I'm just glad that we don't have to sit here today and try to justify the argument that we're a good basketball team at 2-3. 3-2 feels a lot better with what you've got coming up.
Yeah, and I've talked to a few folks about going back to the atmosphere last night or yesterday afternoon, and man, just what a great time that was in Hump. And man, it was just a kind of a knockdown drag out. So I go back to what we talked about last night about how it's just great to win a game like this. Let's shift gears a little bit. Now we've got basketball going on. It's a big week coming up. We're going to Tennessee, going to South Carolina. You got women's basketball today. A big matchup this afternoon against Ole Miss. And Sam Purcell, this team's playing a little bit better right now, playing much better right now over the last couple of weeks. And so this will be the only time they play Ole Miss this year in women's basketball. The way the women's basketball schedule sets up, State only plays Auburn. It's the only team they play. that may be maybe a little bit of a catch in the regular schedule. All right, so you look at what's on the horizon with baseball, football, trying to wrap everything up from a transfer portal standpoint. I guess we'll talk a little bit about football. All right, Charlie, baseball-wise, and it's not long now. 4 weeks from today, we will have had 2 games already played. And we're less than 4 weeks away from rolling in that booth and talking about baseball. And so right now, the schedule with the practice already started, give me your infield right now.
I always love your imagery, by the way, of crawling in the booth. And that's a Mark Gregory go-to.
It is. Like we'll just walk in.
We'll just open the door and go in.
Open the door, walk in, and
it's nice. We've got a big space there. Now at Duke, by the way, real quick, Duke, when you do a basketball game at Cameron Indoor, you really do have to crawl up there. You broadcast up from, what do you call those? The catwalks, basically.
Yeah, the catwalk up there.
Yeah, then you have to pull the ladder up after you so the people below you can see. But yeah, it's coming up. I think around the infield right now, you've got Hunter Hines at first base. I think you could be very safe in saying that Ace Reed is going to be at third. Then Dylan Cobb, all accounts has to be your shortstop, or very, very likely so, assuming he's healthy, which he seems to be. And second question is who you're going to play at second base, and I think that is a really, really big question right now. You've got Ethan Pulliam that played there some last year, but he missed part of the fall with football. How much is that going to set him back, and how much does Pulliam, as a future player, project to be a guy that ought to be in the outfield and not on the dirt anyway? Where's Garrick Fry going to be? Where's Sawyer Reeves going to be? What's going to happen with Lucas Buckner, a guy just kind of seems to be wanting to force his way into the lineup? So I think you're going to see a lot of big-time battles going on here over the next month. See who gets that opening day start. And then I'd be very surprised if on the infield in that opening weekend, we don't see some things move around and try some looks.
Well, here's the question. Okay, you start talking about the number of names that you used, especially second base, and you start thinking about how a season breaks down. There's going to be a time, and there will be a time. You may have someone injured at second, short, or third base. And the second part of that is you're going to have a time where someone goes through about a 5-game skid where they can't see the ball, because it's going to happen. It happened to Connor Hyzak last year. And so interchangeably, how many of those second basemen could you play at third? What are you looking at third? Say if Ace Reese comes out and not putting anything in his head or not speaking in a negative way, but what happens if he bounces a couple balls and crawls from about a 3-game, and you need to sit him for a day, put him in the DH role? What are you kind of looking at the shuffling around the infield?
Well, I think you've got a couple of options over there. One is you've got Sawyer Reeves, who's played a lot of games on the infield. He's played on the left side of the infield, and so you may be able to move him over to third base. Garrick Fry is a guy that came in to defend it, and he's a guy who hit the ball really well coming in. And so I think you have a lot of options, to play some different things there at third base. And candidly, you might. I don't know that we'll see the defense that we saw at third base last year. What you hope is that it doesn't regress to what you saw a couple of years ago. Ace Reese got known much more for his bat than his arm. But you feel good about Reeves. You feel good. Look, we don't talk about it much. You still got Nate Chester, a guy that's plays at third base for you, and you got a chance there too. So I think you got a lot of moving pieces on things you can do there if you get in that hole.
I feel behind the plate.
Yeah, that's my guess. But what you wonder is how far do you go with Highfield? Meaning, do you play him every day back there? Are you going to play him all the time? Or are you going to play 2 out of 3? Because you still got Joe Powell back. Joe Powell, a guy that had some injury issues last year, but a very capable catcher. And the other thing about Highfield is we haven't seen it as much on game weekends, but Highfield is an elite athlete. He is one of the best athletes on the entire team. And so the guy that you could put behind the plate on a Friday and a Sunday and put him out in center field one day. mean, he can do just about anything on a baseball field. And
All right, baby. What's up, baby? All right, guys. What's up, everybody? We're gonna preview the infield. What? How could the infield shape out for opening day? What could be infield? Well, Hunter Hines will be first. So Hunter Hines is gonna be here at this. Then third base, Ace Reese will most likely play that position. Then shortstop, Lil Cup. I would assume Ross Highfield will be your catcher. I missed some of it, but be all right.
seems to be healthy. The other guy, Jackson Owen, was one of the better hitters we had during the fall. And so another guy that you start to talk about a lot. So I think you've got some options. And look, Steven Spalletta, we talked about him last year. A guy that may swing the bat some, may catch some.
Got the pass.
The good thing.
And it's going to be caught. First down.
This still just eats at me, Bart. We went up to Ole Miss, and we had guys getting their first ever starts late in the season in an SEC weekend, just running through people trying to find a DH. That's not going to happen this year.
Yeah, it just seems like there's a little bit more depth there, especially from a hitting situation. And so, okay, you move around the outfield. Of course, gone is Dakota Jordan. Gone is Connor Hyzak. You got Bryce Chance back. Is Chance a left fielder? Do you see him move over to center field? Because to me, the question about O'Brien, I know O'Brien can go in the field and make plays. The question is, kind of going back to that opening weekend, players have struggles as freshmen in baseball. How will we be able to hit it on a consistent basis? That's, to me, is the biggest question about what you see in center field.
Yeah, and I think Michael O'Brien can put the ball in play. I think he's got a real good chance to win the job out in center field. And if he does,
hand off.
he can cover.
And that's going to be first down to the 26 yard line.
A lot of ground. If you're wanting to go bolder, start the year, though, you may see Bryce Chance slide over. I think what that does is it gives you a chance for Nolan Stevens to play it right. And then when you start looking at left field, you start to say, okay, if I don't have Chance over there, where are you going to go? Is it going to be Reed Stallman, the guy that could can hit the baseball and is a productive hitter. I think we're going to see Noah Sullivan probably be your DH. Won't necessarily.
It's going to be loss of yards. Second down.
I think you'll see him playing in the outfield, but you're going to see you're going to have some options.
You talk about Stevens. Stevens is the type of guy that we saw at times last year. He would come in and pitch and then go back to the outfield. Noah Stevens, he has a big bat when he gets rolling, and when you start thinking about it from a pitching standpoint, it was almost like he lost his confidence early in the year. We brought him into a tough situation in Florida and tried to spin a bunch of breaking balls with him, and it was almost like he never.
And it's going to be incomplete.
You see him as a big piece on the mound this year.
I don't. I see him being much more of an everyday guy in right field. Now, I could be wrong, and we'll just have to see what he gravitates to. But I see him being more of a position player, less of a pitcher this year.
When you start talking about the depth that you have, around the infield, and then having some depth in the outfield and the catcher too, you kind of.
Dude, the greatest play in basketball history happened Saturday. He dropped. Back to pass. Nope. And it's going to be. Yeah, he dropped.
Taking care of us. We want to thank our sponsors over at Strange Brew Coffee House and Churn and Spoon Ice Cream. Start your day the right way with a trip to the drive-thru over at Strange Brew Coffee House here at Starkville or at Tupelo over in Tupelo. This might be the closest one. All right. But it would still be a little weird if Tupelo was in Oakland. It would be a little weird.
And to the 30, 29, fourth down.
Reminds me of the Rolos, the candy. I'm going to give you a little something here. You just stack those and like squeeze them down into sandwiches. Here's what you do. Listen, just follow along. Get you some Ritz crackers. Put them on a sheet. I've done this. Roll on top. In the oven for not long. Not long. You just want a little salt up a little bit. And you sandwich that with another Ritz. Oh, yeah. I've had something similar to that.
Kick it. Good.
Things during Christmas, like reindeer or something, where they put the Rolo on the pretzel. Yes. Like the pretzel, I think.
21-13.
Yeah, there we go. I've had those before too. Yeah. So it's simple goodness. Rolo is not a underrated, and it's not a candy bar. It's a candy. It's like M&M's. Yes. The problem with Rolo is very simple. They're individual. They are. Nobody wants to be really trouble. If there's a sleeve of Rolos, they're just in there. There is a sleeve of Rolos. They made a sleeve of Rolos. It was like sweet tarts. Okay. And like they're just all stacked. I don't know if there's still like that. If I could just get a bag of Rolos, so they'd have to unwrap them all. It's a very underrated candy. It is very good. You got caramel and chocolate. Nothing can go wrong. Can't go wrong. No. It's where we are in our great state. If we get a Rolo ice cream at Turn and Spoon, chocolate ice cream with like a caramel core. Here's what I want. With the coffee bean thing. Yeah. My wife loves those things. I'm not a fan. Okay. And it has nothing to do with Strange Brew. I know this is a thing in a lot of coffee shops. They all suck. Can I ask for a Rolo on top of my Strange Brew hot chocolate? Or Rolo on top of my albino squirrel. Is that too much to ask, Shane? Is it too much to ask for maybe a Rolo? Or could you just put a whole Reese's cup? I mean, these are not bad ideas. Just give me a Reese's cup on top of my cauliflower. not asking for much. I don't feel like you are. I really don't. And you might have to go to the smaller Reese's cups, but minis. Yeah. We're about to put a Butterfinger BB. Can we have that? They even make those anymore. I feel like we could easily make a Butterfinger BB. Just melt it down a little bit and roll it up.
I just put a text into our tweet to our group text that it blew my mind. I hope it blows yours too. Okay. I can't wait for John to see it. I cannot wait. I want a live reaction. Oh.
Wow.
I mean, what?
If you would have given me 10 guesses, if you would have guessed.
Oh, you're bringing it in?
Okay, we might as well just tell people. It's a tweet about Amari Stoudemire. Amari Stoudemire is now turned into an Orthodox Jew. He's a regular Jew.
All right, here we go.
And so John Sokolov, who is also Jewish.
Yeah.
Just put it. He's a tribe member.
Stoked.
It's a great bit by the way, John.
With about to kick it off.
I mean, the stuff we've gotten off of that.
We got a lot of knowledge.
And playing into that is my dad.
Here's a kick.
Hey, it's fine. My dad.
Touchback.
No problem. Let's talk about other stuff. My dad is a preacher. Right? And playing into that is my dad. Hey, it's fine. My dad.
Biggest game of the season. No problem. Let's talk about other stuff.
My dad is a preacher, a Baptist preacher, but he tells John he has Jewish blood.
Yeah.
Because technically we came from the Jewish people in Germany.
Yeah.
And my dad tells John he's like an eighth. He's a sixth. In Germany. Yeah. And my dad tells John he's
Here's a play action. And he's going to throw it. And he'll get about 4 or 5 yards. Cook with the catch.
He's a sixth. Yeah. John, you and I, we could be related. I'm a 16th. John's like 50%.
Straight for comments.
That's all we got. Yeah. We just got through Frankfurt.
Yes.
Well, that guy G76.
Some guy.
Our show, we can do it.
Yeah, wrong. Some guy.
Here's a toss. And not a toss. Threw it to and tackled. Third down. Number 10.
The sports talk text line was like, I was listening to the Rumblings podcast the other day, and I turned it off when Haydad started talking about how he eats his Skittles. Like, who cares? And I just said, the person who it was a mailbag. The person who asked the question cared. They asked about food, our food, crazy food things. He was like, just give me a break. I want to hear about the MSU sports. I'm like, well, then you ask a question about MSU sports.
It's literally the only day where we devote.
Well,
First down.
today's not off to a great start.
I think it's off to a great start.
The Mississippi Beef Council wants to remind you that beef, it is what's for dinner. I'll be honest with you. I'll be really honest with you. If it's going to be this cold, don't go outside. Don't let somebody else cook it for you. Just go to a steakhouse.
Go to a restaurant.
Go to a restaurant and order a steak. Do not go out there. It's cold. Today, I was like, I'm going to go for a walk. 31. Okay, I said, 31's cold. It's not that bad. Feels like 15. Crap. So I didn't win the layer. It was, the wind would just cut right through you. Order a steak this weekend. Go to one of our great steakhouses around the state of Mississippi.
Handoff.
Nowhere. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Thanks to our
Nowhere.
Beef Council. College Corner store. You might need a new Mississippi State jacket.
7:30 left
You like that one I was rocking
in the
today?
third.
That old school jacket. That was awesome.
7:26 in the third until the end of the third.
You could get that sold on eBay for a good price.
Probably, I love it.
But no, you can't get rid of it.
Wait.
That is solid gold.
I was fantastic. I was fantastic. I don't think you can't get that in college. That's vintage, but you can get all sorts of other great gear in college. check them out.
Here's a pass. Caught by Sherry. Shari. Something. 3rd and 5. Gain about 34.
And Robbie and I kept our promise to go eat at Restaurant Tyler, and we did it. And we're probably going to do it again very soon. And you should too. Anytime you're going to be in Starkville, if you want to have a great meal, you need to go to Restaurant Tyler. Priority One Bank, 16 locations to serve you throughout Central Mississippi. Let PriorityOneBank.com
Here it is.
show you not only where they're located, but how they're going to help you invest, manage your money, and prepare for
3rd and 5.
the new day here in America.
Tossed it or threw it. Nowhere. Oh.
Talk about your money. You shouldn't have to wait around, right? You should be able to get on the phone
Man.
with somebody who you know, who you have a relationship
Dang.
with. You can do that with Priority.
Nowhere.
That's
No
the
game.
service they're going to give you each and every day. Let Priority One Bank make you their priority. But finally, after all of that nonsense, goodness gracious, a lot going on. I didn't enjoy it. It was enjoyable. People are going to complain about it, but who cares? I know we won't. Well, I do what I want. Yeah. My ticket, Robbie. You better get it. No, I'm kidding. My ticket piece.
Here.
I want to ask a question.
Here's a punt. And it is bounced in the end zone. Touchback. 5:21 left in the 3rd quarter.
Men's basketball. Only taking into account men's basketball. Because if you say basketball and you mean the women, it's not. It's a no. Did we see the greatest play in Mississippi State history?
It's one of the greatest sequences I've ever witnessed. I don't even think that's hyperbole.
I'm talking about athleticism,
Everything.
I'm talking about decision making, basketball IQ, clutch. I've never seen. If you've missed it, if you've been on the rock,
They didn't dribble, did they? In that whole,
I think
dribble.
there's Josh dribble. And also, all 5 players on the floor touch the ball.
Yes.
You've got the block.
Mm-hmm.
Keyshawn gets the rebound. Outlets to Hubbard. I think Hubbard takes a dribble. So then he lobs it up to Matthews. So much has been on the block, and there absolutely should be. That block is an unbelievable play. And another, if ever you want to be a coach and be like, this is why you don't ever give up, you got another one for the highlight reel. Cam Matthews realizing that I don't think I can slam this. I'm too far away. But he sees Kugel, and Kugel has the presence of mind to stay, because think about you or me, right? I see that ball go up to Matthews, I'm done. I'm like, he's going to dunk that. I'm turning around, I'm celebrating with the crowd, right? Kugel stays locked in and anticipates the pass to catch it and shoot it. I don't know that we have ever seen a play like that at Mississippi State, at the hump, not that I can remember.
And it almost needed to happen that way.
It's a 5-point swing in a game that you won by 3. It really would. I mean, State beats Ole Miss in overtime, 84-81. A game State led the entire regulation. Ole Miss doesn't have its first lead until the first play of overtime. State 40 minutes.
That's Mississippi State had the lead.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
40 minutes out
And
of
then
45.
And then at the end, they had the lead when it mattered the most. The play that we're discussing, if you missed it again, State misses a shot. There's a scramble at midcourt. Ole Miss comes away with it. They outlet it to Morrell. And Beard addressed this in his post-game comments that he thought that Morrell, maybe his health, he didn't go to dunk it. He tried to lay it in, and laying it in allowed Melendez to get a piece of it. It lands in Keyshawn Murphy's hands. And as I said, he outlets it to Hubbard. Hubbard goes alley-oop to Matt.
Here's a handoff. He'll get about 5 yards.
Didn't go to dunk it. He tried to lay it in, and laying it in allowed Melendez to get a piece of it. It lands in Keyshawn Murphy's hands. And as I said, he outlets it to Hubbard. Hubbard goes alley-oop to Matthews. Matthews in the moment. That's still the play that I can't get. The block, I've seen chase down blocks before, right? Winston Frazier and Timmy Bowers used to do it all the time.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd and 3. Again, 7. Here's a handoff, and he'll get close to the first down. I think that was 7. Maybe no, 3rd and 1.
Great play. Don't get me wrong. It's a great play. Matthews making that pass, I cannot wrap my head around him in that moment thinking, I've got a pass here. Like everybody else thinking he's going to put that behind his head and he's going to slam it home. And he kicks it out to Kugel. And you see, I hate to play the what-if game, but gosh, if Kugel doesn't get hurt against Kentucky, they probably easily
I think they win the game.
He's starting to figure things out.
Here's a handoff, and he's have a big hole. Close to midfield. First down. But Ravens.
Very big way.
I don't think he impacts as much the Auburn game.
Like close.
Yeah.
But my goodness. First off, I always say it's like there's not a lot of neutral observers listening to this podcast. But if you were a neutral observer watching that game, you were treated. It was a fantastic college basketball game.
Back to pass. Jackson throws it, and it's going to be caught. First down. Andrews. But there's a flag on the play.
I give Ole Miss a ton of credit.
Holding.
I thought they played outside of their
Defense.
comfort zone. They are not the most physical team in the world. But if you were a neutral observer watching that game, you were treated. It was a fantastic college basketball game. I give Ole Miss a ton of credit. I thought they played outside of their comfort zone. They are not the most physical team in the world, but they played very physical in this game. But State did a great job of neutralizing the lead. Padula got his points. Morrell got some points. Rayfield had a good lead.
Here's a handoff to Hill at 30, 25, down around the 20-yard line. Man.
I don't remember. He just kept making shots. He's just like killing it, and he had 20 points.
But Dia, who had been their leading scorer in conference play, State was able to neutralize him. And State gets a big night from Kugel, a big night from Keyshawn Murphy, a double-double from Keyshawn, a double-double from Cam Matthews. And Hubbard, again in double figure, like you talked about on Friday, that even when his shot's not falling, he's getting to the free throw line and he's finding some points. We'll talk about Hubbard a little bit more. It was a great college basketball game. Kind of what I want to go back to what you said about when
Hill.
State played.
First down.
I forget who it was. It may have been South Carolina.
Down around the
I
4.
didn't think State played its best game. And
Not at all.
And yet they still were able to win against a ranked team in that environment. That was a fantastic college basketball game and a really fun watch. And State gets the win.
But right now, State's just kind of, I feel like, just surviving.
I haven't checked the net today.
Ole Miss actually moved up in the net. They lost. So
Wow.
I don't understand that. But
They moved up from 16th to 13th, and State moved up from 18th to 16th. That's kind of weird. I won't lie.
it is a little weird.
Here's a
They're just giving them a lot of credit.
handoff. Touchdown.
For keeping it the road.
Did something happen with one of their other games with Ole Miss? Was there something by like 3?
Well, Alabama
beating Kentucky probably helped them a lot. Yeah.
But that's going to be a monster win for them all year long because they won by 10 points on the road against somebody that's probably going to be a top 5 net team.
Yeah, Alabama currently 7th.
Yeah, they're probably going to. Yeah, so
Touchdown.
I just don't think State's playing great right now. I think they're playing tough. I think against Kentucky, I didn't think they played well. I thought they played tough. I thought they battled. I thought they fought. They were able to get a string of 3-point shots to keep them in the game. And this one, I didn't think they played smart.
They're going for 2. Back to pass. Looking incomplete.
Yeah, they're playing them.
Incomplete.
So I just don't think State's playing great right now. I think they're playing tough. I think against Kentucky, I didn't think they played well. I thought they played tough. I thought they battled. I thought they fought. They were able to get a string of 3-point shots to keep them in the game. And this one, I didn't think they played smart. They I think back at me and you talked about this. As good as Cam was in overtime, he had a play that was, quite frankly, it was boneheaded. There towards the end of regulation, State had, I think maybe they were up by two or three, and you get a rebound or a turnover, whatever it was. Cam chucks it like a quarter of
They love basketball like you.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. You had a chance to run off about 35 seconds. Yeah, and get it down to about a minute. And if you score, you're up 2 possessions with a minute left. Instead, you turn the ball over, you give the ball back to Ole Miss. That was not a smart play. And then Sean Jones, the flagrant that he had, you gave him those points plus the ball with a chance to tie the game to win it, or tie the game to
Well,
every time. So State just didn't play smart basketball in this game. But I'd rather win the game, obviously, and come back and say there's so much you can be better at. Because this team is not playing well, and they're sitting here at 3-2 in the league after playing, 3 top 10 teams in the last. Somebody just show up.
Yeah. I'm interested to see who. Go ahead, though.
Okay. So, anyway, so it wasn't Mississippi State's best game, but they beat a top 25 team that's going to be a top 1 team most of the way.
Yeah.
I feel like, and this is their 3rd top 25 win.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think 4 would be the school record, maybe. So they have a chance to have the most top 25 wins this year that they've ever had in school history. And I still don't think they're close to playing their best basketball.
What up, bro?
I mean, that is very good news for a Mississippi State fan. Is this team is not even close to hitting its peak, and they're scratching, figuring things out. They're going to be a much tougher team mentally.
Just watching this game, man.
At the end of this, and hopefully, whenever you get into March, Josh Hubbard is lighting it up. Because right now, 2 for 13, he had a big 3-pointer midway through the second half or so.
Yeah.
That I think he desperately needed, but he's just
we're at that point right now where when Hubbard hits a shot, we're all like, okay,
yeah,
here we go.
Yeah.
And then it just doesn't happen.
I don't know what's going on, man. I really don't.
I think more than anything else, Robbie, it is.
About the kickoff, touchback. Bills will take over.
Hubbard needs to not have the ball in his hands until he's ready to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He needs to be running off of screens and trying to get open. Instead, he's having to run that offense. And
they tried to take the ball out of his hands and let, Cam run it, Kugel sometimes. They're trying to force that. They're trying to.
Good game so far. 21-19, a minute and 37 left in the third. Here's a handoff to the 35, 40, down around the 40-yard line, 41. The Chiefs are good. The Chiefs are really good. Chiefs are really good. Here's a toss. And not going to probably lose a yard. Lose yard. We got the championship game tomorrow. Ohio State and Notre Dame will be back tomorrow to cover that. $30 seconds left until the quarter. Got one more quarter going to bed. Back to throw because I'm tired. And he's going to get to the 49. At the 49-yard line. Into the third quarter, close to the 50. Into the third quarter, the Bills are leading 21-19. The Bills are leading 21-19. Fourth quarter coming up.
They're trying to get him off the ball to create those opportunities, but we're just not seeing him play at his best right now. And what I like, still a lot of time to get. Yeah. What I like to
State right now, they have combined. They have more wins quad 2 than they have quad 3, quad 4. They're 8-3 on 1 quad 2. They're 7-0 quad 1, quad 3, quad 4.
There are no anchors on this resume right now.
They obviously have quad 1 later this week when they take on Tennessee. They're the number 4 team in the country. It's a true road game. Number 4 team in terms of net. That's a true road game. That will, if you get a win there, somehow that'll be quad 1 through the end.
Tennessee is not going to All-American. I mean, it don't really matter to me. I don't really care. I mean, hey, oh yeah, I am. I think here's a handoff, and he'll get the first down. I mean, Washington and the Eagles playing their best ball right now. So, but it is what it is. I don't know who the Cowboys. Oh yeah, we are. I don't know who the Cowboys are going to sign at a free agency or get or draft, but back to pass, throws it, and it's going to be caught. Cook, close to the 40-yard line, down around the 41, close to 40. I guess we'll see, but I guess we'll see. I'm not really invested into the NFL. I watch it, but here's a handoff. I think he'll have the first down. Cook with the carry. Oh yeah, I think. I don't know, man. The Bills are good. I think the Bills almost beat the. I think the Bills almost beat the here's a handoff and have the second down. I think the Bills are good. The Bills they're really good. And they'll probably if they can win this game, they'll probably go beat the Chiefs. But the Chiefs are really good though. 12:23 left in the game. So we'll see. Back to pass. Throws it, and it's going to be incomplete. Third down and 8. So we'll see. We'll see. Third down 8. Incomplete pass. Intended for Cooper. No, it's not Cooper. It may be. I don't know. Third down and 8. Back to pass. Pressure. Throws it. Incomplete. Is there a flag? There is not. Fourth down. Man. Good game. Well, wild rumor. I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that. I don't know why they would do that. I mean, Shadur, here's a kick. It's up and it's good. Shadur Sanders, I mean, he's okay, but I don't know. That's just weird. I don't know why. I know if they hire Dion, but I bet Dion is just going to stay at the Colorado. But Cowboys did interview him though. But Cowboys did interview him though. Yeah, he'll probably just stay at Colorado. He got a good team at Colorado.
They play at South Carolina on Saturday. I think that's quad 2. Let me double check that. They are currently 91 in the net. Are the Gamecocks?
Yeah, that'll be quad 2.
I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, quad. Away, 76-135. So that'll be quad 2 all year too. So if you get a quad 2 win is still a good thing on your resume.
And it's a road win.
And that's really it for State. I mean, outside of LSU currently 69th.
Nice.
In the net. So that game's at home. So that's going to end up being a quad 2 game as well. So, but other than that, I mean, State's resume, State's schedule is set up that if they win games, they will easily be a top 5 seed in the NCAA.
Yes.
At 10 wins, if they go 10 in conference, they will be a top 5 seed.
They'll probably be at 3 or 4.
Yeah. If they can get to 12 somehow,
you're 2.
You're probably a 2 seed.
Yeah,
crazy.
Easy. You're a top 5 seed if I think 9 to 10 wins, you're definitely top 5.
Yeah.
The resume is going to be too strong. You're not, like I said, there's no anchors on this resume, and it's going to be tough to find it. There's not going to be a whole lot of quad 3, quad 4 games.
There aren't anymore. No.
You look at
what's Arkansas currently?
But that's going to be on. They're going to have to fall on the. They're going to have to fall in the hundreds for that one to be bad, and I don't think
Arkansas is currently 56, and that's a road game. So they would have to drop another 90.
That might end up being quad 2, but
There's a good chance with Arkansas that they're in the bottom 7. After they're lower than 75 wins, because that's the last game of the season.
but it'll still be just a quad 2.
I do with it, yeah.
And Missouri is getting better, so that's not going to be their net.
Missouri is
That's their net now.
24th.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So next week that's going to be a quad 1 game. Now I don't know if it'll stay that.
Here's a kick. Touchback.
They are significantly better than we thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it'll stay top 25.
Yeah.
But still, no chance that falls to quad 3. So the quad 3 opportunities are just not going to be there. This is going to be quad 1, quad 2. Every single game is going to boost your resume. So this is another huge win. This is quad 1, like we said. And most importantly, it gets you closer and closer to locking up NCAA tournament, which I'm not really concerned about the NCAA tournament portion of it as much as I am the seeding and where state falls. So
He's going to throw it, and it's going to tackle, gain about 4.
you're just boosting your resume with every win. That's what I've talked about since the start of SEC play. Every single SEC win is going to feel huge. It's not like a couple of years ago, I guess it was COVID. State was like a top 4 seed in the SEC tournament, and we didn't know if they were going to get in the NCAA
Yes,
tournament.
that was the year they didn't make it to the tournament because they canceled the tournament.
If they're a top 4 seed this year, which is going to be tough,
2 seed.
that's a 2 or 3 seed in the NCAA tournament. That's where you are.
Here's a run, handoff to Henry, 3rd down.
So I'm not concerned. They're going to have to really tank, and I just don't see it for them to not make the tournament. Now it's about boosting your resume as much as you can. And I think there's a lot of winnable games later on in the schedule. But here's another tough stretch here. Tennessee and Alabama sandwiched around a road trip at South Carolina, and South Carolina took Auburn to the wire last week. So
You got to beat South Carolina.
you got to win it.
So the other 2 games, if you could split, it doesn't matter which one you
If you
win.
win one out of 2,
Here's a handoff, and it's not going to get there. I think he's going to be short. A little bit. I think he's going to be a little short. Short. Yeah, they're going to have to go for it.
You're in great position. You're in great shape. Absolutely great. Once you get past this stretch here, you still have trips to Tuscaloosa. You still have to go to Oxford.
Mm-hmm.
But the schedule is noticeably easier. You still have a home game with Florida, but it's a home
you
game.
got A&M at home, I believe, right?
Yes, you do, and that's a home game.
That's huge to have that at home.
That's quad 1.
He's got it. So, all right. So, you got to go 1-1 this week. You got to go 1-1 this week. You can't go 0-2. You either got to beat Tennessee or South Carolina. And if you win both, you're in great shape. That's awesome.
Is that home?
Yes. You still have a home game with
So
Florida.
you still have some really good game. You still have some good chances. Missouri. It's at Missouri. And Missouri's a really good team. But if you can find a way to win that, you have Alabama at home. It's at home, but Alabama's. I don't know, man.
Florida, but it's a home.
You got A&M at home, I believe, right?
Yes, you do, and that's a home game.
That's huge to have that at home.
That's quad 1.
Texas is at home.
Yes. Texas is a quad 2 game.
Oklahoma is on the road,
They are falling.
and they're not very good. Now they ended up winning big over South Carolina, but
It's South Carolina.
yeah. So the schedule is. We talk about.
If you can beat Oklahoma on the road, that's huge. About to pass. Throw it and caught. Oh, fumble! Oh my gosh, fumble! Fumble! Oh my gosh. That's just terrible. Man, they just really screwed that up. Yeah, man. Hold on to the ball. Oh, he punched it out.
and they're not very good. Now they ended up winning big over South Carolina, but
It's not coming.
yeah. So the schedule was. We talk about how tough the schedule is, but there are winnable games in there too for Mississippi State, and they need to take when they're winnable opportunities, they got to win them.
Yeah.
When they're at home, you really need to win them.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at Florida and Alabama at home. You need to take one of those two.
Let's talk about
and you really need to win both of them. But
let's talk about Kugel for a second. He had a real stinker against Vanderbilt.
he did
Really bad in that game.
probably one of the worst games of his career anywhere.
But Memphis, South Carolina, he had 8 points in very limited time. I mean, he was well on his way to.
He was going to go off against Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a team. That's a good matchup. Getting a shootout.
Yeah. And then this game against Ole Miss, 21 points on Saturday. Hit some clutch free throws, and of course had that big three. Had 4 threes in the game. He's become the guy that has sort of filled the void now with Hubbard struggling. I feel like Hubbard is. Maybe I'm just projecting because Hubbard has been good in the past, and I'm just thinking, okay, he'll figure it out. Maybe he doesn't. As long as Hubbard is getting 12, 13 points a game, it doesn't matter.
And not shooting you out of it.
Yeah. If he's missed, he was 2 for 13. If he's 2 for 2, issue.
I don't look at any games and I'm saying, Josh Hubb lost them the game. And, there's some people that'll probably tell you that he did against Kentucky, but State scored 90.
Yeah, he's not the reason they lost.
Yeah. So, I can't really blame. I think State's finding ways to win without him being a superstar. And he's not a superstar right now. He's not playing like one. But it's just hard to imagine, as hard as he works, as balanced as he is mentally, it's hard to imagine this being a long-term deal. I understand the frustrations with him from fans that he's not finding it right now. But this is a dude that's just not going to be at work. He lives in the gym. His life, essentially basketball right now. And so it really is hard to believe that he won't be able to pull out of this at some point. It's no different. If you're a shooter, Steph Curry is going through slumps like this.
Yeah.
Back to pass. Allen throws it. Caught to the 50. 45. Down. Around the 43-yard line.
If you're a shooter, you're going to miss a lot of shots. You're going to miss a lot of them. It just comes with the territory. The true shooters, the great shooters of all time, they don't dwell on this. It's just like somebody that goes in a slump offensively, at the plate in baseball. Everybody goes through those unless you're, Tony Gwynn and Ted Williams.
Yeah.
You go through those moments. It's how you react to it.
But
if you get down on yourself,
head off,
snowball, it's going to get worse and worse. But if you just continue to come to work every day,
game up.
You come into the ball game, you have the same mindset every game.
3 yards.
It's going to get.
You need to be a coach.
I could do it. I could do that.
Yeah.
Flag.
Big game coming up for State on Tuesday with Tennessee. Tennessee's such a Jekyll and Hyde team. They are so bad on the road. They're really good at home, but at home they're really good, and that's where this game is going to be played in Knoxville.
I would take State in this game if it was at home, but
yeah, absolutely. Tennessee's not good at it. They're just not good on the road for whatever reason.
And I don't think they don't have the offensive. I mean, obviously you lost Dalton Connect. That's a huge loss for them. They haven't been able to replicate that.
Yeah.
But they're still very talented and they're very good.
Move into the rest of the show. That's brought to you by our friends over at Two Brothers Smoked Meats in the heart of the Cotton District. Man, you and I had lunch in the Cotton District on Saturday. Early dinner, I guess call it. And it was great to see all of those businesses just packed.
Pass to Coleman. Second down.
And Two Brothers among them. People, I don't doubt. Even it's cold outside and people are still hanging out outside and enjoying themselves. And I love to see that. Two Brothers Smoked Meats and the older brother. 2 great places right there. And the Cotton District is just growing by leaps and bounds. It's just going
Here, about to pass, throws it, and he gets the first down. Johnson with the first down.
And continue to get bigger. These additions that are coming very soon, and Two Brothers is sort of the hub at this point, right? That's the hub of the cotton district, and I love to go eat there. Going to definitely go out there this week. I haven't been in a couple weeks now. You will find me at Two Brothers sometime this week enjoying some southern food.
Here's a pass to what's his name? Samuel. Third, first down. He's hurt.
Great products, great service.
You don't have a cool. And nothing is in a book. And in a book. I'm going to see the book. I'm going to know. I'm going to see the book. I'm going to see him now. I'm going to read about. Pretty good. Not great just yet, but pretty good. Yeah, that you wrote it. And that no like you started. I can that no. I can run out this in a blow. I can see. Gotta have it on the way. I got it on the sea. Going to. You gotta say, I don't know the light. You gotta see you. Handoff, and he'll get 8 yards, 9 yards. I'm gonna go take a bath after I get done. Take a bath, then do some few podcasts. Here's a handoff. Get 2 yards. 2, 3.
Force that if he's not ready. If that makes it's that. And if you are watching or listening on YouTube, whether it be right here with me or on Super Talks YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. If you want the audio version, you should check that out. Just search Rebel Report wherever you get them and subscribe and leave a rating and a review. Follow me on social media. Just search my name. That's all you got to do. Follow me there. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And before we get into it, I want to tell you that this edition of the pod, I know we've got Snowpocalypse 2025 coming this week, but if you have been personally in 79799, a need for some legal advice in overtime, 79799, the Gregory Law Firm presenting the Rebel Report. So Ole Miss loses 84-81 in overtime to Mississippi State in what was a hostile environment, a really good environment. Those are two really good basketball teams. As we've talked about going into it, I think Mississippi State is good. I think they're very clearly they're going to make the tournament.
Here's the quarterback keeper, and he'll get maybe a yard.
Barring some kind of collapse or knock on wood, so it doesn't happen, of course. A string of injuries, they're a tournament team. Ole Miss is the same thing. I think that was a heavyweight fight, if you will. Punch, counter punch, especially in the second half, between two teams that are going to make the tournament. Two very good basketball teams played. And Ole Miss ended up falling short to Mississippi State. And there's two ways you can look at this game if you want to. There's the positive spin, and then there's the negative, probably being somewhere in the middle, as always. Positive spin, if you want it, is, again, hostile environment against a team that kind of had to have that one, right? State had lost 2 in a row, to Kentucky, close, and then at Auburn, and, it's a rivalry game, and their backs were kind of against the wall, especially now that they've got Tennessee coming up as well. Lose that game, and you could have had a real slide, a really concerning slide. So, again, on the road, hostile environment against a team that really needed that one. You get off to a really slow start, and yet instead of letting the environment consume them, instead of having that, it's just not our night, kind of quitting after getting down big early, they fought their way back, and they forced some turnovers, and they big shots, and Morrell forces overtime, which was a pretty awesome moment. Would have been better if they had won the game, but they do all those things. They battle back. You get a really nice night from Brakefield, and you just come up short. But what you learned in that game, or at least what I think you should have learned in that game, is what happened on Tuesday is not just that's basketball fluky. They got one over on Alabama. This Ole Miss team,
Here's a kick. It's good.
very good. I think that this week going 1-1. I mean, think about the conversation that we were having on Sunday going into this week, a week just 7 days prior. If I'd have told you they're going to go 1-1 this week and the other game's going to go to overtime, what would you have thought, right? So it's a successful week. There is no football mentality here. You are going to lose games in basketball sometimes. I think they confirmed to you that this is a very good basketball team that is poised and should, again, knock on wood, barring injuries, they should make the tournament. The schedule is difficult because the SEC is brutal, but you only need to find 4 more wins on this thing. So I think they proved a lot and they showed a lot despite not playing their best offensive basketball on Tuesday night and getting off to a really pathetic start, to be quite honest, yesterday, and not executing in a lot of areas to get to the point where they were, to be in overtime, to have a shot at that game, to have a break or two go their way, leading to a 2-0 week, is very positive and very encouraging for this basketball team. So it's a successful week. It's a good week. You would have taken 1-1 for sure. Coming back home with A&M on Wednesday, what should be a really good environment at 4-1 it's really good. You should feel really good about your basketball team right now, despite the loss and all of that. So that's the positive spin. The negative spin is the slow starts have finally caught up to them. That was an especially bad start. They have done it in all of their games so far. They cannot continue to get off to bad offensive starts like the one that they got off to in Starkville. They have survived it to this point, but the SEC is too good. You can't afford a slow start on Wednesday. Even this is a good Texas A&M team. It's healthy now. They have got to start better. They have got to execute better.
Here's the 10, the 5th return to 15, 30, down at about the 32-yard line, 31.
Mississippi. Landon Waters from Duck Hill, Mississippi. I'm a right-handed pitcher. And one thing fans should know about me is that I'm a transfer from Radiant Community College.
Chris board with the holding.
Fans should know from Radiant Community College. One thing that drew me to Ole Miss is I grew up probably not even an hour from here. I've been a fan my whole life. Plus, we've got the new pitching coach. What I love about the game of baseball is you can show up every day and get better. It's constantly a competition. And
all right, 3:23 left in the game. 27-19. Bills at the throw. Throws it deep and incomplete. Somebody's hurt.
Landon
offensively to start games, or else they're going to continue to find themselves in holes, and they're not going to be able to climb out of all of them. They play good defense, and by and large, I think they played good defense the other night as well. I know they gave up 84 points, but I mean, they forced 15 Mississippi State turnovers. They were able to get some stops. They were fine again on Saturday, but they're not going to be able to just defend themselves out of every single hole that they create for themselves. And they created a hole for themselves, and it ultimately cost them. Just average execution to start, and maybe they win that game. So the bad starts finally caught up to them. They got, I don't know if that's the right word or not, but they got beat up by Mississippi State. What was it? 19 offensive rebounds by Mississippi State. I know State's like the ball.
About to pass, looking, scrambling, and he's going to run out of bounds or go out of bounds.
Physical and athletic, but this is a good basketball team. But getting out rebounded 51 to 29, but giving up 19 offensive rebounds, that's deeply concerning, because I know, again, there's some of it. Ole Miss had to play a lot of small ball lineups because State was able to just get Dia out of the game, and that's another thing we'll get to in a second. But State would physically impose their will on Ole Miss a lot.
Third and
I
two.
know sometimes there were offensive rebounds where
Third and 2, 3, and left in the game. About to pass, first down to Hill. First down, 3:02 left in the game. They got to hurry.
the miss went long off the rim and stuff, but you guys saw it. State was more physical from the jump. They took it to Ole Miss, and they punched them in the mouth, and you just can't overcome 19 offensive rebounds.
About to pass. Jackson throws it to Bateman, and he looks like he's hurt. Man.
And that was a big problem. And then, of course, Malik Dia and Chris Beard had some talking to his team through the media quotes after the game, but one in particular about him was not pleased at all. Malik Dia did not match Mississippi State's physicality, was not effective in that way, and they kind of rattled him a little bit, it seemed. And they were able to really frustrate him, and it looked like he was almost kind of allowing that frustration to build and affect his play on the court. They need more from him. They need to be able to have a physical presence, and he's the guy on this team that can provide that. The small ball lineups worked. I mean, it was the right call to not play Dia down the stretch, clearly, because, again, the small ball lineups worked. But you need him to not allow somebody like Mississippi State or anybody moving forward to kind of rattle him the way he appeared to be rattled in that game. He did make a couple of big shots, like he wasn't a total bust or anything like that, but he can, most certainly, he can.
Back to throw. And he's going to throw it, and he's caught to the past the 50, down around the 43. 43? I don't know. 43. I don't know. Come in, one. Here's a handoff. Getting about 5, 6.
Be a dog. We don't need no meows. We don't need no cat. Be a dog. We don't need no meows. We don't need no cats. We need more dogs.
About to pass, throws it, and it's going to be caught out of bounds. Andrew with the catch. Run set. Who run set? Who run set? Who run set? Who? Oh, boom. Yeah. Who run a set? Who run a set? Who run a set? Who run a set? 1:44 left. 2 miles shot clock. God. Lagging. Lagging. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He scrambles looking. Throws it. Oh, touchdown! Touchdown! Wow. Isaiah Likely with the touchdown. 2-point game. Chance to tie it up. If they don't get this, it's pretty much over. They're going for 2. With a chance to take the lead. Here's a rollout. Throws it and dropped. Wow. Dropped it. Wow. Dang, dropped it. Was he open? He was definitely open. He could have had the touchdown. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was a good play call. Man, that's over. The game's over. I mean, you gotta get the offside kick. That's not, it's 89. Okay. Gotta get the offside kick, but pretty much over. Well, no. Well, yeah. They have one time out left. I know, man. It was open. Wide open. It was wide open. Man, come on, Andrew. Gotta catch that, Mark. All right, here comes the offside kick. This is it. And he got it. Game over. Game over. Game is over. Dang, game is over. Wow. Covered by the Bills, and they're moving on to the conference championship game. Hang on. Just got to run it one more time and nail it. Yep. First down, it's over. You better, it's over. He slide. Game over. Game is 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 over. Yeah. Game is over. 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 Game is. Game is over. Game is over. Game is over. All right, guys. Game is over. Pretty much. Pretty much. It is over. Yes, it is. Yep, it's over. All right. Here's a kneel down. Game is over. Yep, that's it. Game is over. It's all your fault, Mark. Wow. Here's a kneel down one more time. And that's going to be the game. That is going to be the game. The Buffalo Bills beat the Baltimore Ravens to move on to the conference championship game against the Kansas City Chiefs. So, man, thank you guys. God bless.